What's good, Relentless Gang? You know who it is, man. It's your boy, Mr. Relentless Lex, and I'm back like I never left this mother. Yes, sir. All right, so you guys, man, we got Usher speaking out, talking about Chris Brown beat me up. His security beat me up. Nah, I ain't gonna laugh about the situation because Chris Brown, if you did beat Usher up and y'all jumped Usher after the man had a party for you, regardless of what took place, that was messed up. That was really, really messed up. So this is Usher speaking out. He's crying for help. I don't know what he's doing, but hey, we're gonna find out though. Chris Brown, you're done. Let's go see what Usher has to say.
34 had a skating rink birthday party and beat up Usher all in one night. Oh, and not to forget, he actually still performed with the very same Usher in that same time frame. And if you feel like the tea is just too much, just wait till you hear what Usher has to say about all this. Did Chris Brown really attack Usher? And where exactly is Teyana Taylor in all of this? Let's get down to the juicy details as Usher speaks on Chris Brown beating him up. What happened? To celebrate his friend and fellow superstar, Usher threw a celebrity-filled surprise birthday celebration for Breezy at Skate Rock City in Las Vegas. And like every celeb party, it was off to a pretty lit start. But within a few hours, things got out of control real fast. As first reported by Hollywood Unlocked, it all started when Chris Brown reportedly got disrespectful with singer and actress Teyana Taylor for an unknown reason. Although other reports claimed that Teyana had been ignoring Chris Brown.
Is it me or do it look like Teyana had box surgery, bro, in her face?
Taylor for an unknown reason.
She's a pretty lady,
although
but other she's like Michael Jackson right there, though. I thought that was Michael Jackson, bro. I swear I thought that was Michael Jackson. I say Jack is back.
Reports claimed that Teyana had been ignoring Chris Brown. The source for Hollywood Unlocked explained that Chris Brown was noticeably intoxicated when he initially approached Teyana, and despite the best efforts of a few guests and even Usher, the host, to try to intervene, things went south faster than anyone could have said see Breezy. TMZ later obtained an eyewitness video in which we can see Chris Brown and he appears to be yelling at Teyana, who is sitting, before Usher steps in.
First of all, where that arrow is pointing at, I really can't see who that is.
Brown and
I see the young lady right there leaning in, looking towards the skating rink, but I can't even see the next person over. So we didn't really know if that's Teyana or who that is, bro.
He appears to be yelling at Teyana, who is sitting, before Usher steps in, and that's when Chris turned to anger, frustration, or whatever that was to Usher. In the midst of all the commotion, Chris Brown allegedly called Usher a coward and left the rink, but the drama was not far behind. Usher, allegedly trying to settle things fast, had gone after Chris Brown, and that's when things really got out of hand in the parking lot, as in hands were flying across the lot.
See, that's what I'm saying right there, bro. I think Usher provoked it more by going behind him. Because he should have just let them leave, right? But he probably was thinking it was innocent. But when somebody's intoxicated and heated, if you can't tell him anything inside that skating ring, bro, you ain't gonna be able to tell him nothing outside, bro. You should have left him just go ahead and go on.
According to all the news that has come out about this drama, Chris Brown and his crew allegedly jumped the legendary R&B singer, and this beatdown was so bad that it supposedly left Usher with a bloody nose. Now that you're all caught up on what happened, or at least the first part of it, it might also be helpful to throw in that Chris Brown was definitely in elevated spirits that night, because he had earlier posted on his Instagram story with the caption, "I better get Cinco de tonight." And when you mix alcohol and a raving party together, the results are never calm. So while the details of what truly went down after the argument in the rink have not been confirmed, it does sound like Chris Brown was in the mood for whatever. But that's not even the end of the drama. Remember how we mentioned that Chris Brown's birthday bash was in Vegas? Well, most of those celebs in attendance were also there for the Lovers and Friends Festival. And this festival was just hours away, so naturally, when news of the ball got out,
I gotta check that out, the Lovers and Friends Festival. I gotta check that out.
As one person said on Twitter, wait, so you're telling me this all started because Chris Brown disrespected a woman? Not Chris Brown. All his fans told me he changed. Someone else wrote,
oh God, did he really change?
Instead of having so many yes friends around, he needs to have someone who cares about him and will tell him the real. Someone in his crew should have stopped the others from doing this, or even tried to de-escalate the situation. Teyana's husband has to be livid. And while this was all going down, the fight and the reason behind it seemed all too familiar. As one person commented, Chris Brown has a history of being... When someone brings it up, y'all say the Rihanna fight was so long ago when he was a kid, but the facts are, he's had many instances of behavior throughout the years. If this Usher situation is true, it wouldn't surprise me. And if you need a reminder on what the Rihanna fight was, why we can't trust Breezy. When Rihanna and Chris Brown first collaborated in 2005, Cupid was working overtime. They became the young and beautiful it couple in 2008, but things quickly turned sour. Rihanna and Chris Brown were scheduled to perform at the 2009 Grammys, but on the very day of the event, it was announced that they would be absent. The media was instantly tripping over itself to figure out why, and it wasn't long before the truth was revealed.
Now, even though Chris Brown is a very, very talented guy, dancer, singer, performer, artist, overall artist, when he took part in putting pause on Rihanna, bro, that's when I lost all my respect for Chris, bro. I ain't gonna sit down and listen to his music every now and then. I skim through it. I will. He makes some good ass music. You guys can't deny that, bro. He makes some, can't judge a man music. Judge a man by his character, but not by his craft, you know. He makes some damn good music. But when he did what he did to Rihanna in that car that night, I really lost all respect for him, bro. That's hands down, bro. Ain't no coming back. I'm going to listen to his music because it's dope. But just as a man having respect for another man, nah, I can't fathom that, my boy. I can't fathom that shit, bro.
As they were leaving a pre-Grammy party the night before the event, the couple got into a fight, and it was messy. In a video clip from a documentary about his life, Chris Brown recounted the events of the night. Rihanna was furious at him because a woman from his past had texted him and showed up at their location. He said,
she starts going off, she throws the phone, I hate you, whatever. Starts hitting me. We're in a little Lamborghini. You know, she's fighting me, and I'm like, look.
The altercation got very physical, with Rihanna getting injuries on her face, and the next day, Chris Brown had to report himself to the authorities. He was charged with felony assault and sentenced to 5 years probation, 1 year DV counseling, and 6 months of community service. And this wasn't the last time Chris Brown got his name into the press for the worst reason possible. In 2020, an unnamed woman filed a $20 million lawsuit against the R&B singer, obtained by Vulture, which alleges he her on a yacht docked at a home owned by Diddy on Star Island in Miami. Per the filing, the woman is a dancer, model, and musician who says Brown invited her to the yacht. And this was only the latest of allegations against Chris Brown, as the star has been described as having a penchant for assault. The singer pleaded guilty to felony assault of his ex-girlfriend Rihanna in 2009. He was arrested in 2016 for allegedly threatening a woman with a gun, although those charges were later dropped. Brown's ex-girlfriend, Karrueche Tran, was granted a domestic restraining order against the musician in 2017. In 2019, Brown was arrested in Paris on a claim, with those charges also later dropped and Brown eventually suing the accuser for defamation. But all these allegations don't seem to have affected his standing with the people in his life. As one Twitter user explained, when Rihanna and Chris Brown got back together briefly and made music together, I legit cringed. But then I realized we have no control over how people process and work through their trauma.
Facts. Now, that's the one thing right there, bro. We have no control at all how people work through their trauma. And see, that's the thing I tell people, bro. Like, never get inside anybody's business, though. Like, because, for instance, like, you guys might be in a relationship. Your spouse or your partner or your loved one may piss you off and do something to make you mad. You go vent to your mom or your brother or sister or anybody, best friend, auntie, uncle, anybody. So as you begin to do these things, right, you're building up a bad character about your person. So when y'all make up, the family members or the friends or whoever you talk to, they still got that thing in their head, that stereotype, because all the stuff that you done told them. Now y'all make up. So now when you go around that friend or that family member or whatever, they're still going to give you some bad negative energy because of the stuff you put out there in the past. Now it's the future. Now you feeling fucked up again because you're like, damn, did I make the right decision or did I not? But had you had this, kept it to yourself and maybe prayed about it, right, and take it to God, bro, like, that's disturbing a lot of relationships nowadays. That and social media, bro. You want to be happy, keep your shit to yourself, period.
And that's just the truth. In 2015, Rihanna told Vanity Fair that the decision to move past it was because she was that girl who felt that as much pain as this relationship is, maybe some people are built stronger than others. She continued, I was very protective of him. I felt that people didn't understand him. And after the recent fight with Usher, it's clear that she's not the only one who will try to protect Chris Brown after a fight. Still bros. Despite multiple sources and eyewitnesses confirming that Chris Brown and Usher—
So, bro, brothers do fight. Brothers fight, period. She said it right there. Usher said we still bros. And brothers do fight, my boy. Come on.
Still bros. Despite multiple sources and eyewitnesses confirming that Chris Brown and Usher had gotten into an altercation, it definitely did nothing to affect the bromance between them. Not only did they still perform at the Lover and Friends Festival as scheduled, it almost seems like Usher had also tried to let people know that he was fine, contrary to all the news going around. Usher hopped on social media early Saturday morning ahead of his set, and the video was clear enough to show that he was just fine. And on her part, Tiana was recorded dancing during Usher's performance Saturday. And if you're wondering why that's news, well, she was getting down to Usher's cover of a Chris Brown song. So yeah, it almost sounds like fans were getting all heated over nothing. And the one thing Chris Brown has to say about all this is nothing. After what the internet has termed round 2 happening on Saturday night between Chris Brown and the security at Lovers and Friends, Chris Brown went on Instagram and addressed it saying, "Y'all been geeked all weekend, y'all dragging it now. It was mad people backstage and security was trying to clear everyone off the stage. People started pushing back. I intervened to let them know my child was back there." And we all know nothing says innocent like all caps. So yeah, that's certainly all Chris Brown has to say about his chaotic weekend in Vegas. Who can blame him though? Certainly not Tiana or Usher. What do you think? Is Chris Brown's pattern of becoming too serious to ignore? Or is the internet blowing this out of proportion? Let us know in the comments down below. Check out this.
Bro, I'm thinking the internet is blowing it all out of proportion. We know how Hollywood works, bro. Bro, we know how Hollywood works. This shit could have been staged. Because we never actually saw the fight between Chris and Usher. And why would Usher go behind him? Usher, Chris Breezy, and Tiana. They're all in on it together. Drama sells, bro. Drama sells. They know the backlash that Chris Brown's going to get. They know that they're going to believe that shit because of Chris's past. So he's capitalizing off his past, bro. Staying relevant. Can y'all anybody comment down below and let me know if you saw the actual Usher and Chris Brown fight? Did we see Usher get beat up? Did we see Usher blow the nose? No, but we did see Tiana Taylor dancing to Usher doing a Chris Brown cover song. Come on now. Hello, somebody.